Part 5, Lecture Chapter 1. So, let's look into multiplication and division. So, the rule is, with multiplication, final answer should only have as many significant digits as the term with the least number of significant figures. For example, if here are the values given, 34.6 multiplied to 12.1 multiplied to 1.2. So you can see that this value consists the least number of significant figures. This one consists of 3 significant figures, this one 3 significant figures, and this one 2 significant figures. Although the answer that you obtain from the calculator is 502.392, you have to convert your answer, or you have to round it to 2 significant figures because we follow this rule. So your final answer is 5.0 times 10 to the power of 2. So you write it in a scientific notation. Math review. The digit terms are multiplied normally and the exponents are added. The end result is changed, so there is only one non-zero digit to left of decimal. So let's say here is the problem that you have to solve. So you multiply the digit as usual and then you add the exponent together. 6 plus 3, 10 to the power of 6 plus 3. So you obtain the final answer as 14.28 times 10 to the power of 9. Right? However, according to the question, it consists of 2 significant figures here. 3.4, 2 significant figures. This one also 2 significant figures, which is 4.2. That's why your final answer must be 1.4 times 10 to the power of 10, because you want to follow 2 significant figures as the final answer. Division. The digit terms are divided in the normal way and the exponents are subtracted. For example, we have 6.4 times 10 to the power of 6 divided with 8.9 times 10 to the power of 2. So it is equal to 6.4 divided by 8.9. Right? And then the 10 here, you take the exponent and then subtract. 6 subtract with 2. So you obtain your final answer, your answer as 0.719 times 10 to the power of 4. However, you have to follow 2 significant figures. 6.4, 2 significant figures. This one also 2 significant figures. So that's why your final answer must be written in 2 significant figures, which is 7.2 times 10 to the power of 3. Right, so let's look into this question. Solve this number with the correct significant figures. 24.6 multiply to 12.1 multiply to 1.2. Alright, so you solve the question here. So you obtain your answer by using calculator is 357.192. However, as what you can see, the least number, the number with the least significant figures is 1.2, which is 2 significant figures, is it? This one consists of 3 significant figures. This one consists of 3 significant figures. So that's why your final answer, the correct one, is 3.6 times 10 to the power of 2. Because it consists 2 significant figures. Alright, so this is another example, division. So you divide as usual, right? So let's say 13.91 gram per centimeter cube. Oh, this is not this is not division but multiplication. Alright, multiply to 23.3 centimeter cube. So this is the answer, right? And then you have to slash out centimeter cube with a centimeter cube. That's why your final answer in grams. This is the number, the value you obtain from the calculator. However, you have to describe your answer with 3 significant figures in 3 significant figures, because we follow 23.3 consists of 3 significant figures, However, this one consists of 4 significant figures. That's why your final answer is 3 to 4 grams. This is the problems with division. Same goes to this one. We have 378 grams divided by 10.70 liter. So solve this question. This is the answer that is given in calculator. So you take your final answer as 35.3 gram per liter. Don't forget the unit here because you divide gram with liter here. So the unit here is gram over liter. And we take 3 significant figures because we consider this number with the least significant figures in the question. Now, let's look into mixing operation, in which calculation which combines addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's say this is the question. 0.108 minus 0.100 times 54.2 divided by 33.1. This is the answer that is given by calculator. However, if you look the value in this bracket, if you solve this question, right, so it is 0.008 because we have to consider, because this is subtraction operation, so we have to consider the least decimal point, which consists of 3 decimal point, is it? Alright, so whenever you give the answer with 3 decimal point, so the answer will be 0.008. And 0.008 consists of 1 significant figures, which is only 8. Remember, 0 here is not considered as significant figures. Only 8 is significant figures, meaning this value consists of 1 significant figures. And then you proceed to multiply this value to 54.2 and divide to 33.1. This is the answer that is given in calculator. And your final answer must be 0.01. Why? Because remember, if you look again, this value consists of 1 significant figures, this value consists of 3 significant figures, and this value consists of 3 significant figures. Whenever we do subtraction or addition problems, we consider the least decimal point. However, when we want to solve multiplication or division, we have to consider the least significant figures. That's why the answer is 0.01, because 0.01 consists of 1 significant figures. We follow this one, because this value consists of 1 significant figures. Alright, so these are example. You can try to solve it. The answer is given here. If anything, you can always discuss with your lecturer or teacher. Alright, however, I want to discuss this question. Let's say we have such question. Solve the mixing operation problems with correct significant figures. So we have two operation here, which is multiplication and also addition. So first of all, of course, you will solve these problems. So what you obtain here is 16.7004 whenever you solve these problems. Only then you added it with 5.831. Alright, so remember, when this is a multiplication operation, is it? So you have to consider significant figures. Whenever you consider the significant figures, meaning that the answer is actually 17. This is what is shown by calculator. But look again, this is multiplication problem. That's why you have to consider the least significant figures. This one consists of 2 significant figures. This one consists of 4 significant figures. That's why you have to follow 2 significant figures as the answer for this problem. However, in the intermediate of the process to solve this problem, don't you ever try to add here as the value that has been considered with the significant figures. Just add the value here, what is shown in the calculator, because this is the intermediate of the calculation process, is it? So you just add them together. So you obtain here is 22.5314. Whenever you consider this problem, this is addition problem. You have to consider decimal point, the least decimal point. So as what I have mentioned before, this is actually 17. This is meaning that it consists 0 decimal point. 0 decimal point for this one. However, for this one, it consists of 3 decimal point. 1, 2, 3. That's why your final answer is 23, because you have to follow the value with the lowest decimal point. Right? So more examples are given in Chemistry 1 module. I hope you can do your revision with this topic, with this mixing operation. You have to consider significant figures whenever you try to solve multiplication and division, and then you have to consider lowest decimal value whenever you have the addition and also subtraction problems. Alright, so let's look into this example as well. Alright, let's look into B example. So we have 5.4 times 10 to the power of 3 added with 2.1 times 10 to the power of 4. So what you can do is you make the exponent similar, and then the answer here is 2.6 times 10 to the power of 4. Why is that so? Because this value consists 2 decimal value, and this value consists of 1 decimal value. So your final answer must follow the lowest decimal value. That's why your final answer is 2.6 times 10 to the power of 4. And more example that relates with such problems is added in Chemistry 1 module. And the exercise also is given in the module, so try to solve it. The answer is also given in the module, and same goes to this exercise as well, which consists of multiplication and also division problems. Right, so I will continue the next part, which is dimensional analysis in solving problem, in the next part of this lecture. Thank you.